So we're working on getting this Springfield Phantom 1 pressure plate back together. We have all the removable items off of the pressure plate. We had to do that in order to reline, put the new facing on the clutch. The movable plate. So I'm just flipping it around. Take our pressure plate. So, and when you look right in here, there's a 0 stamped in there, and that's generally your an alignment mark. You'll see zeros in different areas on anything that has multiple options of how it could go in. Right there. So we get those zeros lined up like such. We're going to put a little bit of grease on this outer area. Not a whole lot, just enough to keep things a bit slippery. Find our 0 again. And one thing I wanted to point out, a lot of times people see the pattern of the clutch rivets and they notice that there's 2 or there's 4 close together here. And the reason for that is because originally when this lining material was made, or at least the first few batches of cars, they had an area where the material was joined together, a seam. And so they put those rivets in that area because the seam would have been in the middle of those. All right, so now we turn it over. Usually the 0 is at top dead center, and I was just looking at the flywheel marks because top dead center is actually over here. All right, so now the next thing to do is to get these levers back in. Someone before me marked them with punch marks. You can see right in here, there's a 3 there, 1 there, 2 there. The one with no punch marks is here. So that wasn't my doing, but we'll go with them. So this is the one that has, oh, there's 1 punch mark. This is the one without any. So we're just checking things out. Everything looks good. We want to apply a little grease on the pin. Again, not a whole lot, just enough to then we have our bronze bushings here. They go like such. The whoever did it last also marked those. Well, probably not last, but sometime in the past. All right. So now we need to push up on that plate like such. Oh, put a little grease on. this guy. So on the outside there. And we slide that into there. Line these up. Wiggle them down. And there it is. Now I'll do the one across from it, just to keep things balanced.
Supporting WRTI, the Philadelphia Chamber Ensemble, announcing the start of its 45th season with concerts Friday evening, October 14th at 8, and Sunday afternoon, October 16th at 2.
This is a
The Old Pine Street Church,
2.
Pine in Society Hill. The program includes works by Gordon Jacob, John Francois, Jacques Bear, and the Trump Quintet of Franz Schubert. Tickets available at the door or at pceconcerts.org. You've got that report to finish. You've got to pick up the kids. What is the deal with this traffic? I'm Kevin Gordon, and while I can't clear the everyday stresses from your afternoon, I can help ease them with some of the most beautiful music ever written. Just tune in weekday afternoons between 2 and 6 for a musical deep breath here on WRTI.
Okay. You can see the action of it. So we're just gonna go around here, and so now we have number 3.
That's the kind of music WRTI plays. Just listen.
Three. And then the number 1 goes there. Push up a little bit. So now there you have it. Those guys are in place now. And you're basically ready to go to the next step for getting together. I'm going to show you, this is an original tool for adjusting the clutch fingers. So I'm going to loosen these up. Oh boy. Back them off. Just so. When they're having problems with this clutch, they're taking up the adjustment. So now we got to turn these back. And I'm just loosening them back. I'm not doing any, putting them in any adjustment position for now. Okay. So now I'm going to proceed on with the next step, and I will resume videoing then. So I'll give you one last look in here. There we are. So we're now going to reassemble the center plate to its shaft. So again, we're going to put some lithium grease in on these splines. Not a whole lot, just enough to keep things lubricated. This goes in. It'll have the ability to wobble a little bit. It's supposed to do that. Then we have this plate. And you'll see that it has a bevel. The bevel goes down that way. Just making sure this doesn't have any crud in here. So now we have these shims, and they have gaskets on them, paper gaskets. So one goes there. Oops. Then we can put the plate onto there. And then now we're ready to put this guy on. I gotta look at something here real quick. So again, a previous repair person put some marks, some alignment marks. Which I saw before. Okay, that might be them right there. Ah, right there. 2 punch marks. Put those right up like that. And then I saw them on here. Ah, right there. 2 punch marks right there. Get a bolt. They go through this way. And you'll see that they have a split pin hole. So you want that to go this way. So it's easier to get the pin in and out. Okay. And then we go. Made it a little easier. Now you may find that the bolt is not willing to go through the center plate, and it might need a little bit of a reaming. In this case, the fit's good. So when you'll look in the factory drawing, and it will mention to ream holes that are too tight. And at this stage, we don't want to go dead tight with it. Just snug it up. As you can see, we have some floating action that happens with this, and that's just to help align things. I have seen a few times taking these apart, so people put springs in there, and there weren't springs there originally, so that was somebody's idea, and I don't think they're needed. I think that they probably cause more of a problem than anything. Say we'll just take up on them a little bit, but don't put them in dead tight yet until you get all the other bolts in, and we can work around ring here. So the square-headed bolt, the head of the square-headed bolt goes against his shoulder here to keep it from rotating when you tighten or loosen. These are center plates that I had made to the factory specifications. And when you look at the factory drawings, it says that the plate is to be made out of saw blade steel. And so when you look at it, you think of it as a circular saw without teeth. Okay, trucking right along here. Okay, all bolts are home. It's a matter of putting on the nuts. The nuts are very close to the edge, so it's very difficult to get a socket in there. I'll show you a little cheat I do sometimes. I had washed it off, but there was still a little residue of it on there. Use a little lacquer thinner to get the rest of it off. Okay. There we have it. Again, just sort of look things over, make sure everything looks like it's in place nicely. It is. And before you go, this is what the old center plate looked like. So it felt the slip of the clutch. You can see the distortion is pretty unreal. It's far from flat. I don't know if you can see that in the video or not, but it's not quite a salad bowl. There's some that I've taken out that were close to being a salad bowl, but so in this video, we're going to install the center plate assembly into the pressure plate assembly, which is going to be the last step we need to do before we can install this arrangement. We get this up on the bench, ooh, like so, and then we just slide this in through here. And we can lay this down. So now what you want to do at this point, which is very important, is to install your throwout bearing. Again, this one had been taken care of in the last rebuild, and it's still in very good shape, so I didn't go to the trouble of taking it all apart and renewing it. So we want to make sure that's in place. Because now we have this spacer, and we know this goes next because it has the serrations. They wouldn't have bothered with serrations if they weren't needed. So then we have this guy. This is the clutch brake disc. Feeling a bit tight going on there. Not exactly sure why, but okay. There, now it's nice. There we go. Tap it down. Get it all the way down. Then that'll expose the groove for the snap ring. If you think the snap ring's fun going on, Try taking it off. There. It snaps right in there. And there you have it. So in this case, we have a good lining on the clutch brake. And we're going to get into how to adjust that, as well as the levers for the clutch. And if you also notice, the springs aren't going to be in at this stage. Those will go in once we have the pressure plate, this assembly, bolted up to the back of the engine to the flywheel. Then we put the springs in. So there you have it. I'm going to do one more thing for fun here. We're going to see how much this puppy weighs. I'm going to guess 75 pounds on the old funky bathroom scale here. 75 pounds. And if I'm right, I don't know what I get, but it'll be curious anyway to know. I can see it. Back it up a bit. Well, well, we'll need to find another option here. I know what to do. We're going to have to involve some math. Okay, so we have 100 pounds. That's me. I get a pen that writes here. Okay. So my 100 pounds plus ooh, 306 must be what it is. Yep. That's about 100 pounds. How about that?